Hello everyone and welcome to this YouTube channel. So in this YouTube channel we start with the basics of ICT. My name is Goba Ivan and in today's video we shall now be looking at Microsoft Word, one of the most powerful word editors out there. So having looked at the beginnings, the basics of computer, that is the computer and its components, let's now dive deep and look at some of the important applications that you as an individual, you as a student is supposed to know so that you'll be able to do some office work. So if you want to be able to write letters, reports, or even try to work on soft copy documents, this video is for you. So by the end of this video, you shall be knowing how to format text and also produce a soft copy that you don't expect. So stay with me until the end of the video. And if you're still new, I request you to subscribe, hit the like button if you have not liked our videos before. And if you have any requests for any videos you want us to produce, just feel free in the comment section and write there what you want me to produce in the next video. So thank you so much. To get started with the Microsoft Word application, so here is my desktop. As you can see, you come to the search icon over here and then you just write Word. So when I write Word, you can see that the icon pops up here, and so I click on open. And I open this, it brings me to this page here. So now you need to understand that Microsoft Word has different versions as Microsoft keep on updating all these applications. Mine is 2019, yours might be 2021 or an older version, but it doesn't matter. All of them literally have the same features and functions. So I'm using 2019, and if you're having another version, it's okay, it will still work out perfect. So here you can see that we do have some features here, like we have pre-made templates here that you can use. You can explore more here. You can see that we have others like modern chronologically, what vivid shapes. If you want to use a banner calendar, you can just use this and you try to customize it the way you want. But for this specific video, we shall start from scratch. We shall do a blank document from the beginning, as everybody is going to get from the basics. So here, let's click on blank document. And when you click there, it brings you to this interface here. So this is generally how the interface of Microsoft Word looks like. So we have different parts here when you have to look at this interface here. Now, one of the things I want you to know about is some key terms that we use usually here. We do have what we call a tab. Now, a tab is this writing and this table app you see here. So you can see this is what we call a home tab, insert tab, the draw tab, design tab, layout tab. All these up here are what we call tabs. Now, if you have been noticing, when I click on a tab, you see that there is a table or list of features that appear down here. So this is what they call a ribbon. So each tab is made up of a ribbon. So when I click on home tab, these features here, or these elements here, are made up of what they call a ribbon. So generally, each tab contains what they call a ribbon. Now, inside the ribbon, we have groups, or what we call a group. Yes, a group. So in this group here, you see that this is a ribbon of home, but we have the font group, we have all the features for fonts, we have paragraph group where we do everything about paragraphing. So basically, these lines here separate groups. And if you also click on insert tab, you see that the ribbon has what we call also what? Groups. So we have this group here for illustrations, we have the group for links, for headers and footers. So those are some of the important ways you should master how you are going to move your way around this application here. Apart from that, I want us to now look at this page here. So this right here is the page where you work on. You type, you write your text here, you do everything here. Before we write any text, I want us to also look at some few features down the application. Here you see we have this. This is now our view mode. How do you want you to view your document? Like we have the read mode, we have the print layout mode, and we also have the web mode. If you want it to appear like a website, you still have this view that you can use. But for this case, we are going to be using the print layout because it is clearer and it is easier to manipulate text. So besides that, we have this right bar here. So this bar tool here is for zooming in and out if you want how like the size of your paper or your page to appear. So for example, if I do this, if I do to the right, it zooms out the paper, it appears big. So when I do this, it zooms in and then the paper appears small. So it depends on how you want the paper to appear. As you can see, it appears smaller than it was before, and when I click here, it keeps on zooming. You can also use the Control plus or minus shortcut key on your keyboard, and that will automatically be adjusted. So now, quick to start with, let's type something like my name is Ivan. So that is a text. As I said, this is a text editor. So basically it works with text. So that name Ivan, we're going to format it and see how powerful this application is. Now using all these features in the different tabs. So let's start with the home tab. Now before formatting any text in Word, you have to first highlight it. So this text I've just written here, I'm going to right click on my mouse, and then when I highlight this, I can now apply the different formats that I want to my text. For example, if I want to bold my text, this B here represents bold. So there is even a shortcut key. As you can see, the instructor is telling us that you can press Ctrl and B so that you bold it. So when I click B, there it is, it has been bolded. Besides that, there are other features like italicizing. If you want it to be appearing in a bent way, you click here and there it is. You can also underline your text, so there you go. But basically you have to first highlight it, and after highlighting you can format it. We do have other features as well. We have this where you can increase the font size of your text. For example, if I click on this drop down arrow, you can choose the text size you want. Maybe you want it to be 28, 48. As you can see, it's appearing bigger than it was. So if I put on 20, there it is. Another thing is also now the font type. How do you want your font to appear? It's a very good choice, because if you're working with different documents, you might want to use a different font. So this feature is also important to know. So we have hundreds of fonts here that you can select from. For example, if I want mine to be this Lucid Sans here, there it is. You can see that it has been changed. So this is under the font tab. Again, we do have, if you want to change the font color of this text that I just typed, like my name is Ivan, I want it to appear in a different color, you come over here to this icon here, and when I click the drop down menu, I see that I have different colors here that I can choose from. Maybe I want it to be blue. You can see it automatically changes when I try to drag the cursor over the colors. So when I want it to be blue, there it is. As you can see, it has been changed to blue. Besides that, when I want to maybe change the background, or I want to put a highlighter behind my text, I can also put it, and that feature is over here. So when I click here and I put just a sample, you can see now it's already changing the background color, or it's highlighting it in a different color. So you can see there, these are some of the important features that you can use under the font group in the home tab. Besides that, we do have other important features also under the paragraph group under the home tab. For example, this feature here is for now enabling you to bullet, or you list. If you have a list of maybe items you want to purchase, or you're going to organize, you can put them in a bullet form. For example, you can choose, you come over here, then you choose the type of pointing you want. You can put maybe that, and then you write maybe maize. When you put maize, you click enter. Maybe you put here now beans. So you can see how automatically it is bringing that table over there. Maybe I put here mango. There you go. So it's a very good tool. You can change the way you want it to appear. You can put maybe a tick, and there you see. So that is also a very important feature that you have to know. You can also choose from numbers. You want it to be appearing in number form, or even Roman numerals. It is your choice. You can choose what's compatible with you and what you want to have. And then these four here down here are now what we call the text alignment. How do you want your text to be aligned? Do you want it to be on the left hand side, in the center, or on the right hand side? So when you want it to be on the left hand side, as it is already, you come here, as you can see, it's already highlighted that it's on the left hand side. But if you want your text to be in the center of the page, you click on this, boom, and then you see that it's already in the center of the page. But if you want your text to appear on the left hand side of the page, you click here and it goes over to the left hand side, as you can see. So that is a very important feature. Maybe you're writing a letter and you would want to put your address on the left hand side, or maybe on the right hand side. You can use this free tool here that is here. Right, now we also have a tool here for line spacing. How do you want your spacings to be? Maybe you want it to have a more spacing than usual. So when I try to highlight this, and then I come to this feature here, I can choose. You see that how it automatically increases the spacing of the words. There you go. So here I've tried to increase there, and now that I've increased, it looks a bit like spaced, and that is a good feature that you can also use as well. So okay, so briefly, that is on the home tab. Now we also have so we have another one there on this insert here. So on this insert, you can do a lot of work here. You can insert a table, you can insert pictures, and any other things that you want. For example, if I want to insert a table in my document here, I can just come to insert, and then you can first, there are very many options of inserting. You can either use this method where you just drag and you select how many columns and how many rows you would want. So it's a good feature for startup. But if you want to be specific, like on the number of rows and columns, you can come to this feature here, and then you type maybe you want three columns and maybe 2 rows as it is, and then you click OK. So the computer automatically creates that table for you, and then you can now start working on it. Maybe you put your name, maybe you put here age and sex. So you just work and you use your table the way you want it to be. So that is a very simple feature to use. Besides that, under the insert tab, we have also pictures. Maybe you want to put a picture in your document, and pictures are one of the most important components that nowadays make documents look more official, and also it adds value to it. So you can have, yeah, there are two options. You can choose on the internet, or maybe you want to use from the device. So if it's from the device, you click here, and it will bring you, maybe if you have any picture on the device you're using, you can click on it and then you click insert. So you can see that it's been brought here already. As you can see, I have my picture there, and the beauty is that I can enlarge it, I can resize it the way I want, I can move it around. So that is a feature that you can use also here in Word. You can use it for inserting your pictures. Another thing is also the shapes. If you want to insert shapes in your document, maybe you want to make it look beautiful, you want to put maybe a smiley face, you can come. So after clicking on a shape, you come to shape, and after clicking on it like this, so click on the shape and it will show this star. So what you do on your mouse, you right click and hold it down, and then you drag your mouse over. So there you see it shows this, and now you can fill the shape. The other options that have just popped up here, you can fill the shape with any color you want. Maybe you want it to be brown, yellow. For me, I love yellow, so I put it in yellow over there. As you can see, there are very many shapes that you can insert, very many of them. You can maybe put even a circle. Here you go, boom. You can put it, you can, maybe it can be cylindrical. It depends on how you also try to resize your shape. You can put it like that. You can use it like to do anything on your document. Besides that, we also have on the insert, we also have what we call a text box. Now this also is what I want you to know. This text box here is a very important feature because it allows you to write text inside a box that can float. It can like be used anywhere in the document. For example, if I click on it like that, it has some pre-made designs that I would, maybe you can use this one or this one, but for me, I want to draw my own text box. So I scroll down here, and when I click on this plus icon as well appears. And so what I do, also press down the right hand of the mouse, and then boom, here you can see that I've drawn a small box. As it's called a text box, I write the text inside the box. So when I write here maybe good morning, when I write there good morning, I can drag it anywhere I want. Like that's now my text box. I can drag it and even put it here. I can drag and put here. So it's a very good feature also you can use in your document. So it's under the insert tab. Besides that, we also have what we call a header and a footer. Now this header and footer are also important. You can use them. So when I click here, you choose the type of header you want to insert, and then you come here to edit header. Then you write, maybe you say my header. That is a header that is in your document. There it is. Or if you just don't want to go through that, you can just double click here, and then it will show automatically the header. The same applies to the footer also. You come to insert, and then we have our footer option here. You can also come to edit footer, and then you write maybe there, you say my footer. There it is. Or if you don't want to go that long way, you can just come down here, and then you like position your mouse, your pointer over here. You also double click, and then it will bring you here to the footer here. So that is also a good option that you can add in your document. Besides that, there's also a tab here for draw. Now this draw tab here has pencils and pens, that even eraser that you can use. Maybe if you want to try to like draw a shape by your own self, you want to circle maybe something on the picture you have put, it's okay. You just come here, you click on it, and then it will show you that small dot that you see there. So it's when I hold the mouse down, it writes. So when I maybe want to circle the head of this elephant, I can just do this, and there it circles. So it's also a good feature that you can use. And if you want to rub something, you come to the eraser, and then you just rub it like this. There it has rubbed. So that's a good feature that you can use. Besides that, we have also now the design tab. Now under the design tab, we have other features here like the title, how you're going to like put your titles. Like for example, if I want this to be my title, and then maybe I first try to align it in the center there. So I want this to be my title. So I want you to see how it's going to behave when I try to manipulate or format it using that option there. So there, I can come as we were in design. You can see when I press this, the heading tries to adjust itself. There are different ways of, like, it's just changing the title, how you want it to appear. See that? So when I click here, it also appears in small, others appear in capital letters like that. So it's a very good choice that you can use. You can explore more there. And then another important thing you should also know is watermark. So usually people have professionality, or they want to add their own watermark to show that this belongs to them, or maybe it's just confidential, do not copy. They're all here. So under watermark, for example, we have these pre-made ones that are inside the application. You can just click like confidential, and it automatically places itself on the document. Besides that, you can use your own watermark. Maybe you want to put your own name, maybe your school name, your organization's name, anything you want. So you come to custom watermark, and then you look at this option, say if you want to use a picture watermark, the option is say you click on this, and then you select the picture you want to use. But since you want to use a text watermark, you click on this text, and then you now come to this option here, this box here. You now write the text. Maybe you want to put your name as watermark, maybe put the Ivan as the watermark. Then you click OK or apply, and there you go. So behind this elephant here, you will see that there is my picture there. When I try to remove this, you see Ivan is there as the watermark. And then also, if you want to change the page of this, like the page color, if you don't want it to be white, you want maybe to be yellow, to be red, any color you want. So the option for page color is here. You see that? You click just near the watermark option. You come, you see when I try to move around this shape, it changes the color automatically. So when I put it to be like this, there you go. The page color has changed and it now looks different. So you can literally use any page color you want here. And also you want your document to look like more beautiful. You can add borders to make it look more professional. It's up to you. Now, there are different styles that you can use here. We do have others like lines, others are like boxes. When I click on this box and I click OK, you can see that now there is an outline on my document that you can use now as your at the border of your page. But for me, I like using the art. So there is this option where you come down here to art and then you choose any shape you want to use. For example, there are many here, but I want to use this apples here, and I click OK. You can see that now the shape border that I'm using is now of apples, and that makes my document look more beautiful. And really, it's now looking shining, so you can use that as well. Besides that, the other important option to know is also the layout option. And in this layout option, it helps you to like know the orientation of your page. How do you want your page to appear? Do you want it to be like in portrait or landscape mode? Because I understand that you may want to design a document in portrait or landscape. So this option enables you to be able to use the document in the way that you want. Like this one that we have been working on is in portrait mode. So when I click here, it's in portrait mode. And when I wanted to make it landscape, boom, I click here. There you see, it has been made already what? Landscape. So when I try to increase on the size, it's already in landscape mode. So don't forget, it's under the layout. So you come to orientation and then you check on that. Other features are a bit advanced. So as you get along with the basic one, you get to know also. But if there's any question, you can let me know in the comment section. Then I'll be able to help you for free. These other features like the reference are a bit advanced, and mailings, there are things like mail merging, where you have data from maybe Excel, you want to merge it to Word or maybe database. Those are some of the advanced things that you shall get to know with time. But for now, those are the most important basic things that you as a beginner can get to know in this Microsoft Word as a text editor from Microsoft. So now that you have done your work like this, you would want to save your work so that next time you come, maybe you want to come and continue from where you stopped, or maybe you want to print your work, you want to transfer to someone. That's the next step we are doing. So to save this work, you come over to this file tab here, and then you look at, there are very many options here. So this option here, we have this new where you can create a new document, what we have been doing. You have this open where you can open. These are reference documents I created. So these ones I can now open them if I want. But you want to save your document, yeah? So you come here to save as. You click on that, and then it will show you that where do you want to save it. Do you want to save it on the desktop, on the documents, where you can select any place on the PC, but for me I will save it on the desktop. So when I click there, it now gives me this, and then now I write the name of the file that I just created. Maybe I first put there my doc, so that I can easily locate it. So when I click on my doc, and there's another beautiful option as well here before we go, like you can choose the format that you want to save your document. In which extension do you want to save it? Do you want it to be a PDF? Do you want it to be maybe a web page or any other format that you would want? But in this case, ours is Microsoft Word. But if you want to change, you come to this drop down arrow here, and then you select what you want. So since ours is Microsoft Word, we click save, and there our document has been saved, meaning that if I close this window here, it's now saved on our desktop. So when I come here to my doc over here, I click on this, there it opens it as usual. So that is how you work with Microsoft Word. Thank you so much for being part of this lesson. We shall be releasing more lessons on Excel, PowerPoint, database, and Publisher in this 1 week. So make sure that you subscribe and follow. If you are interested in learning, this is the zone for you to learn, and feel free to ask any question. If there's you want a video you want us to make, just write in the comment section and you will get that video there. Thank you so much. We recommend that you also share the video with friends. You subscribe to our channel to support us, and catch you next time. Thank you so much.